Oh hey, didn't hear you walk in. Welcome to the Brown Sugar Podcast. My name's Aryan, and I'm one of your hosts, and I'm joined by.
Me first? Yeah, my name's what's my
Yeah,
name?
you.
Dhruv. Yeah, my name's Dhruv. Hey guys, I'm also the host, and I'm joined by.
I'm your last host, Mythic. How's it going?
It was possible.
That's fine. We're going with this. We're rolling
That's
with
your
this.
cue to tell us how your day went.
How my day went. Oh yeah, your day. You watching? You
Yes,
watching?
I'm back.
Comment how your day went.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Don't
we will tell you
whatever you type. No, whatever you type, delete it. We don't care. Anyway.
exactly. Yeah. Or you know what? Type it just so I can comment that I don't care.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah. We, through the
Funny
account, through
that.
the Brown Sugar
Type
account.
it, and
Yes.
I won't do that.
That's a lie. Every comment you ever see from the Brown Sugar account comes directly from Mythic.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
last week when Mythic verbally abused that woman, I didn't find it
It was
funny.
only it was all him.
Excuse me.
It was all
All
him.
him. All
I
him.
would never.
We were on the talks of like cancelling his contract and stuff.
Right.
Too much
Should've
work
been
then.
Yeah, we'd have to let him
yeah.
go from the basement and stuff like that.
Yeah. His basement doesn't have LED lights too. Like fuck you. Jeez.
Okay, bro. Bro
You
got
said
like
you were gonna
2 strips of
install it,
LED lights and he's fucking floating these days.
3 strips.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, right.
I'll strip.
Yeah. Okay. Do it.
Sorry. It's not okay.
No, but before we begin, we have to legally give a
Legally?
trigger warning.
Ethically. Morally.
We're giving a warning basically because today's topic is not light.
Keyword.
It's we're going to talk about mental health and we're going to talk about depression. So if you have if you have any of these any mental health issues and you think you can't handle it, at least handle listening about it, then maybe the episode's not for you.
If you've got
but
too much shit on your plate, probably not the best episode to listen to.
You should probably
Uh,
eat the shit off your plate first.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then watch the episode when you're full.
Yeah.
Smart. Yeah.
Overeat.
No.
I don't think we're gonna get all that heavy, but I don't know.
No, but I think we should ethically say we aren't professionals when it comes to what we say. This is just our personal opinions and our personal experiences with what we've gone through. If you ever need help, please reach out to anybody you know. We will be putting hotlines in the description. In case you need somebody to call, just for I don't know which region it will be. I think we put both. We put all three.
The major. We put continental.
Yeah, because if you ever need help, don't like be afraid to reach out. And just also saying again before we begin, if you don't think you can handle listening to depressive thoughts and everything, click away now. We're giving you a warning because now we're gonna start talking. Okay, so get lost.
Right into the deep end.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, now that we got the warnings out.
Not everybody in the episode's gone.
Yeah, now just us, no viewers, zero. Let's begin.
Yeah. No jokes
Uh,
because there's no scope
no
for that in
jokes.
this episode.
Yeah,
Very serious
no.
episode.
So should we? Okay, so basically, I don't think a lot of people know, but June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which is
I didn't even know.
one of the reasons.
Don't tell this.
It's one of the reasons why we're doing the episode.
Yeah.
Because personally, we all three of us aren't that comfortable talking about all of this.
No,
But,
'cause, men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully this brings to light what
Something.
we're going through, what men are going through, and how everybody deals through something and deals with something, and that nobody's alone, basically.
And that everybody deals with it differently.
Yeah, exactly. So I won't lie, I've not put any notes down. I have no idea how I'm gonna like go through the topic.
Neither.
Matters.
I woke up, I said,
But-
fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, no, but like basically, okay, I guess we can say so. I go through severe depression and severe anxiety. Should we just say what we go through? Like go around like the campfire circle, guys.
Yeah, sure. We can tell our
Uh,
stories one by one, and
yeah, I'll go last. I'll go last because
Yeah, okay. I don't want to go first.
okay.
Vivek
I
has the
want to go
stories
first.
ready.
No, I
Okay,
want to
fine.
go last.
Fine. I'll go. Jeez. I thought
Well,
one of y'all would go. I
start
thought
with
one of
like,
y'all would go.
Oh,
No, no,
sorry.
it's fine. It's
start
fine.
with what we have,
It's fine.
and yeah, sure.
So recently I found out I go through severe depression and severe anxiety, and it began I think sixth grade. I'm now in my 13th, so it's been 7 years. 7 years. I hope my math's right. And basically I don't know. It's been now at least I've been able to deal with it, but back then I couldn't because I was bullied a lot for my weight and I mean Dhruv and I grew up in the same school, so we both know how it was. And I've spoken about this before because I've given an interview about this. But like the environment we grew up in was kind of toxic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people were nice, but there were times where people weren't very nice, and they were like monsters.
It was like we had.
Um,
It was supposed to be friendly banter, but it was over exaggerated and too extreme. I feel like. At some
yeah,
point.
because it was so bad that like now, even now, I wonder if I was overreacting because the way they said it, it seemed like it was a joke, but
Because,
you could tell they
see,
meant it.
jokes are something and it sounded hateful, which is very
Exactly.
different from a joke.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, and it then I didn't know I was going through depression. I mean, Dhruv always said I was, but I never liked saying I was depressed because I never knew if I was. So I used to always say I'm extremely sad, uh, because it was like borderline depressed. But like my anxiety did not start the same. It didn't start at the same time with my depression. My depression has been there for like a while. But yeah, it's scary because um, I go for therapy now, and I was talking to my therapist. I was supposed to shout her out. Sorry, shout out Karen, my therapist at Brock.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Big up,
Um,
Karen. Yes.
Big up Karen. Yeah, no, but like she told, I was after talking to her, I realized like basically what exactly is going on in my mind, and
Right.
like she told me some people get over it completely. Some people just deal to live with it. They like deal with it in such a way that they live with it, but they still are happy,
Mm-hmm.
and that it depends from person to person, and you can't expect to be fully healed, which
Right.
is scary because I don't know. After going to therapy, I kind of have an expectation of being healed. So the thought of not being healed is kind of scary. Like I don't want that to happen. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I know a lot of people watching are afraid to like reach out, and they don't feel like they have anybody to talk to. But from personal experience, I've not spoken to people when I needed to, and it didn't turn out well for me. And then I did therapy now, and it's working. And obviously, it won't work the same for everybody. It works differently for different people,
But
but
you
it's
never
really
regret trying.
helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really helping because I mean, the way I thought of it is I'm already at rock bottom, so there's nowhere else to go. I can't go below rock bottom because I've already been to hell and back. I can't go back. I don't want to go back to hell, right?
Right.
So I decided to like fight it. Yeah, some days are more difficult than the others, but it's kind of fine, I guess. I've missed out a lot of major parts in my story. I just realized.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
That's
okay.
cool,
Well,
bro.
how do I say it? Okay, I got bullied in school till 10th grade. Um, I constantly because I was overweight, I was ugly. I still am, but that's fine.
Bro's
Then
describing me.
fucking hell.
we were both like that. No, and
Yeah.
then I had lots of people like bully me for a lot of different reasons. And then when I asked one of them why they bullied me, they just looked at me and said for no reason, and then that's what broke me. I was like, oh shit, I'm not. If I did something wrong, I can work on it. But they're not telling me what I did. So then I was like, what do I do now? So I was like lost. But then 11th and 12th grade came around. I thought I was doing better, but I ended up just like pushing my feelings, like bottling them up for 2 years. And I was like, oh, I'm finally healed. And then I wrote that post, which I made, that note
Right.
saying, oh, like, oh, I've gotten over it, so can you? And then recently I spoke about it at therapy and I told her how I feel like a fake because I wasn't over it.
Oh fuck.
And I said, I was telling people openly, I was like, oh, you know what, I've gotten over it, so can you? And then I didn't. And I was like, okay, what do I do now? But yeah, I mean, 11th and 12th grade were kind of stagnant because everything was so bottled up. 10th grade was one of the worst because we had board exams. So
10th grade was a
the
very
stre-
stressful year in general.
yeah,
There's
because
too
we had
much
board
going on that
exams,
year.
so we were studying for that.
Yeah.
We had like extra classes we were attending. I had tuitions that I was going for, stuff like that. And I have trigger warning, but I have tried killing myself. I have also harmed myself, and it's not cool. Um, but like what I can say is from a person who's done it, like I feel people always ask me, they're like, oh, why did you like cut yourself? Why do you hurt yourself? It makes no sense. But in that moment, you want to feel something, and the only thing you can make yourself feel is pain. That's the way I describe it.
I have a very
because
similar explanation for that.
because if I can only feel sadness, I want to feel another feeling.
Right.
So then I want to feel pain. It's like that stupid thing I told you about, like, oh, if you're hurt somewhere, hit yourself somewhere else harder, so the
somewhere
pain
else.
goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
will do
distraction.
that. No,
God.
so yeah, it's basically focusing my mind on another feeling, so I can distract myself. That's why I started listening to music as well, because I was like, I don't want to hear my thoughts, so I keep listening to this music constantly. To-
Too real.
it's like that now, but I mean, I don't know how to describe it. My mind is never quiet, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
There's always something
Unfortunately,
going on.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then that's the thing. Then I actually recently also had another thing. I don't remember the last time I was genuinely just happy. Just no depression, nothing, just happy. Which was kind of heartbreaking, I guess. Because, like, I'm 19 and 7 years I've just been going through this. So, like, I mean, where's it gone? No, but then the way like learned to cope with whatever I was going through is obviously joke about it because I don't now I'm kind of okay. Like I still don't like talking about my feelings because I feel weak, but I realized that the way I like tell people is through like jokes and stuff. Like Dhruv knows, like I insult even Mythic, like I insult myself a lot because I feel like that's the only way I can like tell people what I'm going through.
Yeah.
But
That is a way of communicating.
yeah, because I mean I know people who can do it without feeling like who feel like they can talk like you're really brave. I don't know what to tell you because I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like I can't even do it at therapy. I feel uncomfortable doing it at therapy, and I'm supposed to do it there. Like I force myself, so it's kind of messed up. But yeah, the way I've dealt with it, obviously, everybody else has dealt with it differently. I have done a lot of like self harming, lots of bad stuff like that. I do not recommend it for anything. Um, I have a like I remember once I went out. I used to cycle at that time, and I remember leaving everything at home and just going to cycle because I was like, I'm not coming back alive, so I don't need anything. Then Dhruv knows I've written one suicide note on my phone. Uh, I had that for I had that for like a good 2 3 years. I'm pretty sure. Or in my phone, in my notes. I recently wrote another one. I deleted it because my therapist was like, "Don't keep it." I was like, "Okay, fine." Yeah, but if I think of anything, I'll tell you. I'm forgetting because I'm getting all the memories back. So,
Yeah, don't load yourself too much about that.
I'm removing my hoodie actually. Hold on. It's kind of hot.
It is.
Ah!
White shirt gang,
White shirt gang.
depression gang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Depression
no.
awareness, it's like,
No.
No.
Oh, I remember. I'm sorry. I'll be interrupting you because I'll be remembering stories. I'm so sorry. No. I know people get because I was like, oh, I know like the whole school thing. So I know lots of people get scared to go to therapy because they're like, what if the therapy is bad? I can guarantee you that I know what it's like because I've had bad therapy sessions. Or say I can say session. I've had 2 sessions, and I'm like, and he's not met me after that in school. I'm not gonna name who it is, but I know, I've been media trained. No, but like I had like basically my mother told my principal because I asked her, I was like, can you tell her if I can talk to like a counselor? So I met this person, and they met me for 2 days. The second day, he's like, they asked me like, oh, how are you feeling? So I said, oh, I feel much better today. And then he never met me after that. Just didn't meet me. And then I had to go through school and like graduate school, feeling everything without being able to talk to a counselor. And what? You have a hand up. You raised.
Yeah, you requested to talk to him.
Yeah, I requested.
Oh.
Crazy, right? I asked for help.
Our principal
Man.
looked at me, said there's something wrong with this kid. Someone needs to keep an eye on him.
Oh my god. Me or you?
Me.
Oh my god.
the fuck?
So I was like, oh, I thought everyone that goes to the counselor is like the principal was concerned.
Oh,
No, because I mean, I know even if our school's really small, like, I don't think the principal, like, knew everybody, like, what they're going through.
I mean, she knew me. Fair, actually.
Oh, yeah, I know why she knew me. No, so then,
What is that?
she knew me, she knew
No,
both
she
of us
knew most
close.
of us.
She knew
most
our
of
batch.
us.
She knew our
She knew our
batch.
batch. She knew our batch.
Yeah, no. So then I spoke to them, and then I told them I'm feeling a bit better, and then they never met me after that. That was ninth grade. I'm pretty sure that was ninth grade. And then since for 4 years I did not talk to anybody and start talking again. But it's going well now. That's nice.
I remember.
Next.
next.
Sorry.
No, I was
I get
just
very
gonna build on
awkward.
that. I remember my first session with him. One of my only sessions with him. Because if you know me, you know I'm not a very trusting person. I'm not very open. It takes me at least 2 years of being friends with you to start opening up.
It takes him
a
4
while.
business days to actually tell you the full story.
Yeah.
He's like
it takes me
Amazon
a
did it.
while to open up.
I have
did it
Amazon
without
Prime, so I have Dhruv Prime, so I get the information quick.
Yeah, now,
So then-
after being friends for how long?
Almost 10 years, almost now.
Almost 10 years, and I still tell you things like after 2 days of mentally preparing myself.
Yeah,
Or it's an unorganized rant.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
do
right.
No, I was gonna say my first session with him, I remember walking in and he's being nice and all, right? And I was like, okay, I have to talk to this guy, right? And again, it's a strange dude. I'm in 6th grade. How old was I? 11. I was 11.
Yeah.
He sits down, he asks me like basic questions like school and stuff, about my favorite subject.
Ask me the same thing.
He goes, what's your favorite subject? I go, I don't know, maybe history.
None.
Maybe history, I like history. Right?
History.
He goes, okay, that's interesting. How are things at home? In that order.
That order. What's your favorite subject? How was your depression doing?
How are things at home? What's your family like? Piece
That's
together?
crazy.
No, it's
God.
insane, dude. And I was like, I don't really like that question. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
talk
lie
about
to
a
this.
segue. Talk about a
Yeah,
He
segue.
didn't even
yeah.
ease into it. He jumped right into
No,
that.
he
What's your
jumped. He
favorite
jumped.
Oh.
subject? Yeah.
He didn't
So
even jump, he threw it at you. He threw it at
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
He
and
threw
you
it
knew
at
me
He
in
did a
sixth
whole
grade. I was
pencil
like
dive.
fucking skinny and useless. You threw something at me, I would have gone flying.
Sam?
I was skinny in
Yeah,
sixth
I
grade,
feel that.
What?
I'm still
and
skinny.
technically I
I was
wasn't
really
skinny.
fat.
I just had a paunch.
I was really fat in sixth
Like
grade.
my hands are still like,
Bro, this is another gym episode, okay?
bro,
Please.
I'm not. What? It's skinny. What? Okay.
I mean, it's kind of the
Anyway,
same.
how's your situation at home, Dhruv? How's it going? Sorry. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
it's just a lot of things that you said resonated with me, like the self harm bit, right?
Because you
No,
and
it's
I
a
went through like really similar things. I think that's one of the, it sounds really messed up. I think that's one of the reasons we got so close.
yeah. Pain brings people together. Shared pain, I mean, or shared experiences of pain, if that makes sense.
They are not making other people feel pain.
Yeah, I mean, no,
No, don't complete a
No,
sentence.
no, no,
no.
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 I'm just like the self harm thing. The way I always saw it was, I don't know. Like growing up, I whined about a lot of things. I cried a lot growing up. So I grew up with my parents constantly telling me to stop crying. Right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
So, which, like, no, I can't defend them. So,
Oh God, sorry. Sorry.
no, I can't do it. No, you know me, I like to play devil's advocate, but like, when you're wrong,
Yeah,
you're
you
wrong.
don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't, I do.
Bro, your opinion is the devil's advocate. That's
No,
what it goes
I take all
with. That's
sides.
what it.
I take all sides.
Oh, yes.
So,
Yeah, so you were saying, yeah.
yeah, so when I was in the, stressful era of my life,
Yeah.
it didn't make sense to me to cry over emotional pain, right? Like mental pain. That didn't make sense to me because why would I cry without something
Yeah.
impacting me physically? So the way I saw it was if it was physical pain, then it's okay for me to cry. So then I had to inflict physical pain upon myself to allow myself to cry. And again, I cried often, so I had to do this on like a daily basis almost. Which
Yeah.
it starts to take its
So,
toll on you. And growing out of it and then thinking back to something like that is insane. Because I don't see myself, thank God, ever thinking like that again. Right? I feel like I've grown past that stage of my life. I know better now. And again,
yeah.
if there is anyone struggling with something like that, nothing good will come of it. Whatever you believe it's doing for you, it's really not. So you're just,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know, it's
mean,
pointless pain.
I've had experience of like telling people it'll be okay, but like I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that's what anybody wants to hear. Because there people hear people saying, "Oh, you're not alone all the time." But like,
You
if
usually
I'm
are,
okay,
though.
yeah, but okay, I like this. Me being honest right now to like the
Yeah.
camera. Like, listen, this we're not fucking around with this topic. This is genuinely what we're going through,
No, yeah.
and we aren't like the most comfortable with this talk. I think it's very obvious by the way we're
I think
talking.
it's, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
speaking in breaks.
We are going
but
fluid.
like I still want to upload this because I still want somebody who sees this to be like, oh, okay, they are going through it and they know like I want to basically this is why we're doing it to men's mental health awareness month because I know so many men who are like, oh, we're men, we can't like actually cry or we can't actually feel these things. I've had so many people in school.
99% of our male friends are like that.
Dhruv knows how much I've cried in school, and then how I had to stop because people told me I'm a man and I can't cry. Like, dude, how? Like, why? Like, it makes no sense.
Man.
Why should
Yeah.
I? Like, I don't know, man. Men's when it comes to men's mental health, it's like really like like not even looked at anymore. It's just ignored at this point.
I don't even know if it's like I like it's never happened to me or anybody I know personally, but I've seen cases where a lot of men, and it sounds very stupid if I say it like this. A lot of men, when they talk about their struggles, they're being invalidated uh, by women. And I'm not saying all women do this. I'm just like no woman
It's
I
just
know
a
does this.
yeah. It's just a
It's just
few.
certain women invalidating their feelings. Like, oh, women go through much worse. Stop crying.
Yeah, I
Why
think
can't
I don't
everyone have a
remember this
struggle? Why
happened to
can't
me, but
everyone's pain be acknowledged? Like, I don't get that.
exactly, it shouldn't matter what gender you are. You're going through
Exactly.
something, and it's the same as like people. I remember when I opened up, like, and I wrote the note and everything, and at the interview, I still had like I was going through like, the comments and stuff, and I saw people saying like, "Oh, but like physical bullying is so much worse." Like, no, they
But
both have their
see,
own
that's what
impacts, and they're
that's what
both
I mean. Like
separate.
when people compare like struggles, oh, you went through this, I went through this, right? Or yours is worse, or mine is worse.
Yeah.
How does it matter? Because you're still down in the dumps, and I'm down in the dumps. You're at rock
Exactly.
bottom,
Pain,
I'm at
you
rock
can't,
bottom. It
you,
doesn't matter what
nobody should
happened.
compare pain because you're all
Exactly.
in pain. That if you're in
Exactly.
pain, there's no, I'm in more pain and you're in less pain. Like, you're
Exactly.
pain.
You killed one
Yeah,
person,
there's
I
no
killed
scale
five. We're
for
both
that.
still murderers.
Uh,
What?
Huh?
No? No? King of
I mean,
Mythic, anyway, Mythic.
what is that
Great
it for Deep
segue.
City? Yeah.
Yeah, great. It should be. That should be it for him,
Oh yeah.
please.
From now on, DKD, man up. You're not about to talk. I'm kidding. That's for you guys. Um, I'm sorry.
If we keep letting him talk, he just keep giving us more murder analogies. I hope you realize that.
That's crazy. I'll kill you. No.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Mythic.
Hi,
so,
Mythic.
Hi,
Alcoholics
Mythic.
so
Anonymous.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I've not like been diagnosed with anything, right?
Right.
I haven't like really seen any doctors or therapists about anything, but I have like done some research, and I'm not trying to self-diagnose, but it's like I do exact some symptoms of like depression and stuff like that, and a lot more so anxiety. Um, but one thing I do want to say is that like depression fucking changes people, because I think back to when like I'll think about when's the first time that I actually felt depressed, and it's actually like very recent that it actually set in for me, because I was probably about like no, actually, see, because for me things there was always like something off. It wasn't always like perfect for me, because same thing about like getting bullied at school. I was like really skinny back then. I still am, and I still kind of go through that, but getting bullied for that a lot. And coming back home, things aren't really that going that well there either. And then, I just kept going like that same way, getting bullied, coming home. Um, but then it was just recently, and by recently I mean like probably when I was 14, 15, that things like didn't really go anywhere good, because it was just like this constant spiral of just bad things happening, which I didn't expect. I thought it was always just gonna be me, like getting bullied. I was like, I could get used to it. I could cope with that. I could learn how to deal with it. So that's all right. But then things started happening, where the first notable thing I can mention is my family moving to Pakistan, which was taking like it took a heavy toll on everyone actually.
Yeah, the
Uh,
environment you are in can definitely like
Yeah.
mess
no,
up the way
exactly.
you think.
I would also be
Yeah.
depressed if I moved to. I'm so sorry. This is. I said no
Oh
jokes
my
this episode. I said no
god.
jokes this episode. I'm so sorry.
My
I'm just.
god.
Thank you.
No, we can make jokes. It's not
Yeah,
like
No,
but
yeah.
like that.
yeah, that's on you. That's complete. We are not associated with him when it comes to that. That's completely him.
That's my. I saw it. I saw the shot. I took it. That's my bad.
I don't think you should have said that after making the joke you made.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I took it.
Oh.
But But
Anyway,
yeah, yeah. That was like the first time that I actually felt like depressed because it was probably like 3 days in a row that after my parents went to sleep, I would just cry myself to sleep because I fucking despised living there, there was like it felt like there was no way that I was gonna get used to living there because it was so different, and I was realizing things like I took living in America for granted, and
yeah.
just and just
I mean,
living.
yeah, because like from going to America to wherever.
The standard of living is
Yeah,
very different from
Exactly.
brown
yeah, no,
countries to
exactly.
America. Like America's a shithole, but it's still a better. I mean,
No,
I wouldn't say
especially
it's a better place to be. I'm just saying the standard of living is higher.
yeah,
Plus, you're used to living there, and then you don't have things you have there wherever you went.
Yeah, you move
exactly.
countries. You don't have your friends anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but
what. Okay, that's what messed me up a lot. That's what messed me up a lot. Fuck you. As I was ready to smile, I was like, wait, is he actually like? Did he actually mean that? And then I
oh
saw
my
his
No,
face.
god.
no, because
Fuck you, man. No, no, don't speak.
No, don't explain yourself. Don't.
No, but like, I get it. Because, like, when I came here, my first 3 months here were, like, horrible. You know it. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I
like it
do.
was, like, horrible. I was alone.
Mhm.
And I didn't know therapy was available at Brock. I think a few weeks before I was moving is when I started therapy. And I can, like, guarantee 100% after I moved to where I am now, like, my mood and everything's just become better.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like with depression, at a point, I get so scared when I get happy because I'm like, oh shit, now okay, I'm gonna. It's a wave. So like, oh, I'm getting the happiness and I'm gonna hit the sadness.
My happy arc is over. It's time for the other part.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then I get worried. I'm like, shit, I'm having fun now, but then I'm gonna later. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be depressed again.
Oh yeah, I felt
Yeah.
that so many times.
And the way I go through it is at least it's like constant. So like it's always in the back of my mind. Like I always have the sadness like stuck there.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't want to leave. So like when people say like, "Oh, why don't you just not be sad?" Like fuck you. No, I can't.
It's not something you can control at all. It's a lot
Oh,
of like external factors.
Okay,
That
if you can control it through, good for you, but I cannot.
yeah, I can't
I'm
either.
not
I
saying
have
I'm
no
not saying
control.
it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy. And you know how I would have reacted in the past to someone saying, "You're not. If you're sad, just be happy."
Yeah, you
Like
to punch them.
yeah, I would have. I would have in the past. But I'm telling you, like it's a complicated discussion to have. It's a complicated discussion to have. All I can say is that it makes sense because you have to think about
I mean, yeah, because the sentence is so straightforward and
Mhm.
plain. It can you can.
wrong. No,
Yeah,
Oh,
if like the most.
realistically, what is stopping you from being happy?
my inability. I have the inability to basically not feel happiness at least like how I used to earlier.
Right,
If
but there's things that happen in your life that's stopping you from being happy, right?
Yeah, but see, that's what I told, and that's when I spoke to I was asking my therapist, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I won't lie, I broke down when I was talking to her recently. Like my
Mm-hmm.
last session, I broke down because I was feeling like life's so unfair. Like, I keep telling people, I'm like, oh, you must have done something horrible in your past life for you to like go through this now. But I'm like, what could I have done for me to go through this now? Like, I wouldn't wish this upon anyone what I'm going through.
No, exactly.
But you want to open, you want to check the door?
No, bro.
Brings back memories to our first episode with
No, man.
video.
First video,
I
yeah.
know. Um, no, but like, it's like basically I told her, I was like, it's not fair because why do I have to go through this? And some people can wake up feeling not what I'm feeling. Like, are you getting what I'm saying? Like, I get up and I
yeah,
don't. The first thing is I don't feel like, oh, it's a new day. It's like, oh, here's another day. Like,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
throughout the day, it sounds like I'm a crazy person. I have voice, like the voices Like you get that's it. Your subconscious mind, like your inner thoughts, like they get really loud
Oh
basically.
yeah, you start to lose complete control over your mind. Well,
Yeah, 100%.
because that's what happened to me. Um, and it's like not really. It's kind of just gotten worse. But what happened? I actually like slowly felt it happening. Where like when I actually moved to Pakistan, after a while, it was just like I started to realize like my mind is doing things I don't want to do. It's like it's saying shit that I don't want to hear and that I can't control. And it's like after a while, it just started getting worse and worse. And that's one of the things that kind of comes with depression is that you start to lose control over yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So like going back to the sentence of you should just be happy. That's why like my therapist told me there are people who completely heal through like get over depression, and there are people who don't. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
she sent me
I
a video about I think it was a TED talk or a TED video. It was about it's called Black Dog,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about this. They just basically explain how depression is like this black dog in your life,
mhm.
Right.
and basically you train the dog, which is your mind, to like be disciplined,
Right. Yeah.
to
That's
basically
Yeah.
to handle it.
yeah.
And then they explained. Then they said some people completely lose, like they get complete control, and then they lose their dog, which is they lose their depression, and then they're happy again.
Yeah.
Then there are people who take medicines to get over it, and then there are people who just learn to live with it.
Right.
But you see, I don't want to like learn to live with it because why would I want to live with depression?
No, nobody wants to
Because I've
live
been
with
doing that for 7 years of my life.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
was
heard that.
you heard that?
I heard
Exactly. I
that.
heard a part of it.
No, so like basically, I was saying like because I'm like my the way I've been raised is my mother like has taught me you don't take medicine like pills unless you really need it. Like so, like I don't want to like anything. Anytime anything like the way I've grown up is anytime I'm unwell, my first thought is not to take a pill. It's to like let my body do
Let
its
my
work, and
body
if my
heal.
body, yeah, if
Exactly.
my body can't do it, then I'll like take a pill.
Yeah.
So like any like when they offered me like to take antidepressants and stuff, I was like I don't think I want it because that's a medicine you take every day, and then your body gets dependent on it basically.
And just to be clear, we're not against antidepressants. I'm sure it works.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure it does
I'm a
wonders for
hundred.
people.
I'm never against it. It's just me personally. That's
It's
my
just
choice.
yeah, us
It could
personally,
help. It could help
I don't
you.
think I'd ever take pills because
Yeah, it
the
could
way
help
I
you.
see it is if I was to be not depressed, yeah, it could like he was saying it could help you, but it's just not for us. Uh,
Yeah, like Dhruv knows because
yeah,
earlier when I wanted to do therapy, I told my mother could I get clinically tested so that I could be eligible to get antidepressants.
yeah,
Because like the voice, like my thoughts were so loud, I was like I can't take it anymore.
yeah.
So I was like I really need something to stop it, and my mother said no, and then I was like okay,
The way I
I'll live
see
with
it,
it.
no, because the way I see it is, if I was to be cured of depression, I want to just do that, right, on my own. I shouldn't need to take a drug to feel okay.
Exactly. Because then
If
you
I want
end
to
up being
feel
dependent on that.
not even just dependent, because then it feels false, if that makes
No, but
sense.
anytime you link any addiction or like a habit to emotions,
Yeah.
it's like lost. Like it's extremely difficult to stop.
No,
Smoking,
of
if you
course,
link to
nobody does.
emotions,
Yeah.
it's extremely like difficult
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
break it. Even
Oh, for sure.
alcohol
Oh, for sure.
and any drug. So like but my therapist asked me this question which like broke my mind. She's like, "What happened one day? Let's say you woke up the next day. This is for both of you all and people at home.
Mm-hmm.
Just think
Yeah.
about it. You woke up the next day and you woke up happy. What would you do? You
Have a
woke
good
up and you
day.
didn't have depression. You did not have depression.
Yeah.
What would you do? Like, what's the first like? How would you feel?
I'd be
That's
happy.
actually
Like
true.
I'd go about my day. Except I'd be in a good mood. I wouldn't
No, see, I
lash
said
out
this.
at people.
I told her the same thing. I said, "Oh, I'd go through my day, but I'd not have
I'd get
depression."
shit done. I wouldn't
She's
lash
like,
out at
but
people.
then she's like, what would be going on in your mind? Like, what would exactly like? So then that's when you know what broke me because I couldn't answer the question because then I was like, I'm so used to waking up every day feeling like this. and I'm so used to having the thoughts in my head that I don't
Yeah.
know what will happen when I don't have the thoughts in my head.
Yeah.
Do you
Huh.
get it? Because
No,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
because I'm thinking about it now.
you do you
And I was like,
realize
yeah, I'd have a
how
good day. I'd be happy. What's in your
exactly
head? I
the
don't know.
exact same reaction. That was
I
the
don't
same
know.
reaction I had. But then I was that bro, I'm feeling so bad after that. I was like, fuck, I can't
Yo,
give
what
an
the
answer
fuck,
to
dude?
what
Yeah,
I don't
yo,
have an answer.
that's
As to
mad.
what I
Yeah.
do if I woke up happy. Like what do you realize what we're going through? This is like something like messed up. Like this is why I said I told her I was like I never wish this on my worst enemy. Because this is
Unimaginable for us
horrible.
to be happy.
This
That's
is
insane.
this is genuinely horrible. We're so bad, like we're so down the rabbit hole. We don't know what like we do after we be
I
happy
don't
and what
know
it
what
feel
being
like.
happy
Not
feels
now.
like anymore.
Not
It,
now.
re- oh, so you're telling me I got scared.
Me too.
My bad, bro.
uh, no, it's fine. No, but like yeah,
Uh,
which is why I'm actually glad we're doing the episode because I mean, obviously, we're not making a joke out of it. We're laughing and stuff, but that's just because how we're
Because
used to dealing with
we're
it.
that is
uncomfortable.
kind of just
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
It's
We're
very
extremely
nervous
awkward.
laughing. Yeah.
I don't think you understand. We're like really uncomfortable right now. Um, but yeah.
Yeah, there
I
were.
really hope whoever watches. Sorry, Mithik, I'll let you get back
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
But like,
Sorry.
no, basically, I hope like whoever watches this understands. Like, I hope they're like, oh shit, I go through that, and then they can like figure out.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah, Mithik, what
that's
you gonna
alright.
say?
No, no, it's like I'm like flooding back to you now, so I'm just letting you get it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Wait, there were just a couple more things I wanted to touch on about my first point was that depression just changes people because I think back, I spent 2 years in Pakistan, and pretty much the only things I did there was just sulk and pass time because there was nothing else that I really knew how to do.
Yeah, he tried to play Rocket League with us, but then
No.
keep disconnecting because of his Wi-Fi.
Those were the good days, dog. Those were the good days of Rocket League.
Oh yeah. No,
That's when our club got formed. Do you realize that? That's when the club got formed.
I feel like
But
that was peak for our friendship. For our
Yeah,
for our
guys,
trio.
put your Epic Games IDs in the comments below, and we'll play with you all.
Playing Rocket League with fans. You guys think we have fans?
You
Other
will,
than like
you. No.
Korea.
No. Don't mention her, bro. She doesn't need the.
That's my
Okay.
bad. Bleep her name.
Can't name.
Fucking bitch.
Don't give her.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try.
No, I
But
just. Oh yeah, continue.
yeah. So other things like self harm and stuff like that. I will say that like my case isn't as severe as you guys. Which is
Again, it
why I
doesn't
mentioned.
matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
still
yeah.
going through it.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
That's why I mentioned earlier that like everyone deals with it differently.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in my thing there were only a couple times. One time in Pakistan, and one time recently that I trigger warning that I actually like considered suicide. I would like I probably laid in bed until like 5 a.m. just thinking about how like is what's happening right now. Is it gonna get better? Is it just gonna keep lingering like it always has? But I never really did any of that self harm stuff. I thought about it, but I was like,
And I'm glad you didn't do anything.
thank you.
Yeah.
But
It'd be
I
a
didn't
pain
really
to find a
have.
new podcast host.
Oh my god, bro!
Oh
When I saw your face, I knew that was
I'm
coming.
so
man. Oh,
I'm sorry.
shit!
I'm sorry. I was very uncomfortable. Continue. No,
Yeah, I had the same joke lined up. I won't lie. I had the same thought. No, but it's genuinely crazy how powerful your mind is. Like how much of a
Yeah,
how much of a
especially when
like
you
sway
lose
it can have.
control over
Yeah.
it. So yeah, the way I just got through Pakistan was I just worked on developing my own mind, right?
Right.
Because I realized that me moving there was something that needed to happen.
Right.
Because if
Yeah.
it didn't,
Like
I
you couldn't
wouldn't.
change it basically. Now you have to just
Yeah,
be
yeah. It was that, and I without that happening, I would have never learned that pain is what what can make you a better person.
Pain teaches you,
Is
yeah.
that exactly? Yeah, I would have. I thought that learning and experience just comes from school, family, friends, and shit like that. But pain is like a very big teaching and motivating factor for a lot of people.
Yeah, people say pain is a teacher, and it
I
like
think you know the saying,
Yeah,
amor fati, love your fate.
I don't. Oh yeah, yeah. I know the English part.
Yeah, yeah, love your
Yeah,
fate. No,
yeah,
no, it means like whatever happens, whatever happens, be grateful that it happened, because out of that there
it
is
was meant to
something that you will
happen.
learn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
That
meant to
was one of the
happen because
things.
it
Yeah,
will teach you something.
yeah, exactly. That was one of the things that actually got me through that those two
Exactly, I was
years.
about to say, it's the only thing that kept me going. I was like, there's no way this is happening for no reason.
I
Yeah, it's
plan
like
on getting
is
it
anything.
tattooed actually.
But
The
But
saying.
there's
is
no way this was happening for no reason.
No, love your fate. What?
Oh,
Okay.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing I learned from it. And another thing was like it was actually pretty recently that I've been going through something a little bit more because I did move back, but things hadn't been really going the way I imagined. I won't like go into too much detail, but it didn't really, nothing really got better. Better
Yeah.
place but different problems.
hmm, yeah.
But even then, I feel like it was a little more severe than what I'd been going through when I was back over in Pakistan. Because I did come alone. I I like my mom, my dad, they didn't really come with me. So that was one thing I had to get used to, and just I what the main thing like recently that had been on my mind was that I'm still like very inexperienced with everything because
Yeah.
in Pakistan I was like by the end of it I was like, okay, I spent the last 2 years just carving my mind into something that can like I'm confident that I can withstand whatever life throws at me. But shit, like I'm in real life, I'm very socially inept. I feel like out of everyone that we know, I'm really bad at talking to people in real life, and it's this divide between my online personality and real personality that started to become a lot more apparent. And it was like I didn't think that was gonna happen because the whole reason I started talking online was because my friends aren't here. I actually cut contact with my friends. That was when all of that happened,
Mm, yeah.
and it was like I can't just completely be socially deprived, so I'm gonna turn to Discord and see what I can do there. And then
Yes.
all that happened, which I should say it did get me through a lot. If it wasn't for me meeting you guys and us having all of this together.
Oh, he can't see us fist
Um,
bumping. He's not tapped in.
I think we fist bumped the
oh,
camera.
I don't. Yeah,
Is
I'm
it?
not. But
Is
yeah,
it?
I things would have turned out a lot differently if it wasn't for you guys. And the last thing I wanted to touch on was bottling up my emotions that I learned recently, which was it does take some trial and error to find an outlet that you can release all of your like thoughts and stuff into, whether it be talking to someone or art or playing video games or whatever. Which is why uh things like Halo and cyberpunk stuff, I make that part of my personality. I'm very passionate about that. It's because that's how I deal with stuff. It's because like I use those things to shape myself into someone that I'm happy being, because I've spent
Yeah.
my whole life not liking who I am. And I still kind of have those problems, but those are things that get me through it is because like, Halo is one thing that I'm always going to enjoy playing. Shit, you know, uh, you know, Cyberpunk and Outrun. That's an aesthetic that I really like, and that's kind of what I'm chasing. Like my whole style has just become that. That brings me some comfort with myself.
Yeah.
And uh, yeah,
And yeah, yeah.
things, they're not really going as well as I hoped they would with me coming back here. Especially like, you know, everything with the world. There was another thing that I wanted to say is that I feel like the past 2 years haven't been good for anyone.
Oh
Oh,
Like
yeah, the
maybe
whole
like
COVID thing's definitely messed up people.
no, there was
COVID
so
fucked with
much
people
shit.
heavy.
Like
Like
I remember at like COVID, like the
yeah,
first lockdown happened. I was like, oh, okay, I cannot do like deal with this. Because the way I used to deal with it at first is I'd constantly, because my schedule used to be so packed, right? Because I had extra classes, I had school, I had college, I had basketball training, stuff like that, and then I'd never have time to actually like think because I'm always doing something that requires focus. So then when COVID happened and I had nothing to do, I'd start thinking. And then it got so bad I told my mother, I was like, I think I need to go for a counselor. But then I don't want to do it online. Like
Yeah.
I
oh, that
can't
was
like
another thing that I wanted to talk about.
yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Go on. If you're finished, yeah.
No, I have a bit more, but you can just say it and then I'll
I wanna
continue.
go after that.
But yeah, there was okay.
Okay, you can
So,
go after Mythic Drew and then I'll say my piece last.
I've not
but that was
spoken.
one.
Okay.
Okay, bro. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe your past two jokes have said a few things.
But that was one thing that like throughout my whole life I had never asked anyone for help. Because I thought that I could try doing something alone, and if I got through it, I would just come out like a better person, right? That was a notion that I kind of conceived, and I still kind of believe in that, but I don't think it's all the way right because I am like, if I do go through something alone, I'm gonna come out of it stronger and knowing how to deal with it. But if you're going through
But
something
there's
for the
no
first
need
time,
for it,
asking
is your
for
point,
help.
right?
Yeah, that's I never really saw the need for it. But at the same
Yeah,
time, I
it
was
is
still afraid
important.
to it
Yeah.
because yeah, I was still like afraid to because I didn't think anyone was really gonna help. It was especially like now I'm being told that a lot is that, if you're sad, you gotta you gotta get up and do the steps that is gonna make yourself happy and like yeah, not everyone's always gonna be there to help you.
Which
And
is
you
true.
gotta learn how to like cope with
That's
it.
true, yeah.
It
But
is, yeah.
also like let's say people who are younger watching this, um, I mean it's you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah, no.
There's a difference of not asking for help and feeling like you shouldn't ask for help because
Yeah.
you should never feel like you should never ask for help because I've done that.
No,
Because
I felt like that my whole life.
like
It's
I
like
had the way I used to describe it is I used to feel alone even though I had lots of friends. Because like I had Drew, I had Konak, I had Heather, everybody else.
yeah.
But then I still felt alone, which which is like that's what like depression fucks you up. Like you like it's because you know you can heal, but you also it doesn't let you heal because it's so like it's like
It's
two
never
polar.
it
It's
never
like
never completely goes away.
yeah, exactly. It's
I
like
think
so
There.
different.
that's why
They're
I
both
hang
so
out.
strong.
That's why I hang out with people on a daily basis. That's why I always
Exactly. Like your
talk to
mind gets
people.
distracted. You don't get the chance to actually like think.
Exactly, and you and I hung out almost every day. Like you moving countries leaves like a
Has
big
not helped anybody.
does not help anybody, especially
I mean,
not
it helps my
especially me. That
education,
kind of.
but
I
like,
mean, like I don't care about your education. No,
okay, that's kind of cold-hearted, bro.
no, bro.
What
No, it just leaves
do
like a
we know,
big
bro?
hole in my
What
life.
do we know?
I'm kidding.
Yeah, left a hole in my life too. I mean,
Yeah, and
we used
I
to hang
don't
out
know. It's
every
just
day without fail.
exactly. So I don't really know what to do with myself a lot. Which is again like I hang out with people all the time because I don't like being by myself. But eventually you have to come to terms with being by yourself. Like I don't even like I'm on. It's never silent. Like you said, it's never silent in my head.
Exactly.
Right, even if I sound crazy, it's never silent. I listen to music 14, 16 hours a day. I can't sleep without music because if I try to go to sleep in dead silence, I'm not gonna sleep because I'm gonna stay thinking about things.
Yeah,
Even
definitely.
Yeah.
Mythic, were you Were you there last year when I was going through my unhinged era and I was
Uh,
I stayed in a call for 4 days.
What?
oh, I think I
Yeah,
was.
you didn't. I didn't tell you. Uh,
Yeah, I
I
was
did.
Huh?
I
there.
did.
And
I
I'm
could.
finding out here.
I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep for 4 days.
Yeah, he
Uh,
didn't sleep for four
Man.
days. He was in VC the whole time because of
yeah,
mine.
and people
Wait,
just took shift.
who stayed awake with
No,
you?
nobody stayed awake for 4 days. They took shifts to come and talk to me.
Shifts.
Like the
Bro,
Americans would wake up, they'd go to sleep. Mythic would wake up because he was on my time zone. Then Josh would come in.
that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It
No, I
Was
was
I
was
there.
there? Was I there for any of this?
no.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
See,
you were
fuck
on
you.
Discord
You
at
were
the time.
preparing to go to Canada.
I take it back. I'm glad. I'd rather move to Canada. This
Mad.
is good. This is good.
Man.
Mad.
I didn't mean it like that.
Even if
You know what I meant.
even if I one sec. Okay, here. Look at this. This is a screenshot from like 2 days ago.
Do you want? You can just send me the screenshot. I can put on the screen. You know, like.
Yeah, I'll send. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll send you a screenshot. That's a screenshot from
I'm
like 2 days
editing this.
ago.
Remember?
Yeah,
Like sent in the chat to us. So I
18 hours
can
of music
see.
in a day. There's 24 hours in a day. There was 6 hours I wasn't listening to music.
Another 6 hours he was shitting.
On God. No, I just.
I've never
Shit,
said
my God.
that.
uh,
No, but like
I
it's
said, it's always,
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always need to have people or voices around until again last year, where I realized after being in that VC for 4 days is that I can't always have people around, and I am going to have to be okay with myself, by myself,
Yeah.
which is actually something I told you before you moved countries. Like
What?
I remember being in the car with Aryan, and we were driving. We were at BKC. And you
Of
were
course
like,
you.
you said I'm more of a social animal. And I was like, I'm a social animal too. But you have to learn to be okay with yourself. And then you said to me, but I don't need to be okay with myself. I prefer having people around me. And I was like, you don't get it now, but when you move to Canada, you will understand what I'm saying.
Oh man.
You realize I've forgotten that conversation after
I know you have. But me bringing it up, you remember it.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
The hazy memory.
when you move to Canada, you'll understand what I mean. Because you have to learn to be okay with yourself in order to be around.
Yeah,
people.
but like I speak bullshit like half the time. You think I actually can't be on my own?
Bro, but like you struggled to be on your own when you moved to
Ouch.
Canada. It did happen. Aram se.
I didn't struggle to be alone. I struggled to make friends. There's a difference.
And then you struggled. No. Struggling to make
No, it's
friends.
because, I'm telling you,
Aryan.
if I lived alone in lofts, bro, I'd have the time of my life because
No.
the place is so good.
No, but that's my point, right? You were struggling to make friends and you were sad because you didn't have friends.
Yeah, but it wasn't linked with me not being able to be alone with myself.
No, but you wouldn't be sad if you were by yourself. You'd just wait and be patient.
Yeah, but bro, see, that's what you don't realize. There were so many other underlying things I did not
I
tell
know.
you.
Yeah, I know.
Like I've made some wrong decisions before coming here, which have like I've been slapped me in the face. They slapped me in the face. So I mean, now I've learned from it,
Yeah.
but that's basically it. So I couldn't be alone. It just like, I was like, oh, I want to have people like this coming here, but only types of people who want to be friends with me. I said no. I
It's
lost
kind
my.
of. I believe that.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what
Realize it was
people are
wrong.
talking. They sound like decent.
So then I was like, shit, I made a mistake. So, but like now, it's just like what you do now. I've been. Through. That's when I first started listening to music. I couldn't handle it. You,
Oh, I've been music for
you
years, bro.
no, but like you listen to music because you have your thoughts, right?
Yeah.
But like there are times I be alone and I'll just be with my thoughts. Like it doesn't get loud. But what I've learned is I. So the thing is, I know write down notes and that. But for some reason, innate feeling in me, I have like these extreme situations around something, but I don't. it's there.
Yeah.
And because of that therapy, I've started writing down, like, it's exhausting because now I actually notice myself like something and then write it down. So like I'll be in the middle of the gym and I'll be like finishing a workout and I'll be like, oh shit, this happened. I'll be like writing in my notes. It's like I have to tell this to my therapist. Then I'll like be in the bus and like I was telling her I was in the bus and I randomly had thoughts of suicide for no reason. I was just looking out the window. So it's like stuff like that, which
I
I've
think
written down on my phone.
I think what helps along with writing is reading. Because there has to be
But
a
I don't know how to
constant
read.
cycle. I know you seem illiterate. I know you're not reading the book I told you to read also.
Bro, but I've not bought any book yet.
Bro, I sent you a PDF.
Like at least to read. You did? Send it again, I'll read it.
I emailed it to you.
You emailed it? Okay, I'll go through it. I'll go through it. I'll read it. I'll read it. Then I'll read it.
No. So I think there's a constant cycle because I think reading refreshes your brain and then writing, you get to clear it. And then you read again and you learn and then you write. And it's a good
But then
cycle.
that's the thing, the writing doesn't clear it. But I know, obviously, see, we're not saying this doesn't help you.
Obviously.
It doesn't help some people,
Yeah.
like me. But it obviously, that's the thing, you got to find out what works for
Works
you.
for you, yeah.
Like, what worked for me was basketball. And
Yeah.
it helped me as an outlet. Or maybe drawing could be an outlet for you. I know so many people who draw because, and it helps them with their depression or whatever they're going through.
Just
Or
see, the
writing.
thing is, you just find something you're passionate about, something you like, a simple hobby. Because doing small things, doing shit you enjoy, will make you feel better. It's very simple. Like there's not a
You
lot to
can
crack. You do small things that you enjoy every day, and you move on with your day. It's simple. You don't have to be over the top, incredibly happy. You just have to be content with yourself in life, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I just made all this shit a part of my personality, and it like kind of helped me feel better. It was just my way of dealing with it. So
Yeah. And it's like, I've lost my train of thought.
take your time.
No, it's just basically like you'll find it. You have to. I remember. Basically, I think I don't know if I can speak for all of us, but I know that at a whoever's watching this, if after a point you have to realize you can't keep sitting in your pool of just sorrow. Like you have to have something that makes you want to get over it
You
because
do need to
it
have.
it might not be now, it might not even be tomorrow, but I can guarantee it'll happen later on in life. And you just when you can't let that opportunity pass you because that's like like that's important. Because I'm pretty sure none of us would be here if we didn't take that opportunity that we had. Because I've actually tried killing myself and I've failed, and I'm here. So like I've been given a second chance. Like I know what it's like, which is like basically I'm saying don't waste it because that's important.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be able to sit here and tell you all of this if we didn't decide to actually like get off our asses and try and work on ourselves.
Yeah, it's just like
Exactly. Like
just small steps that you can take.
And
It's not.
it'll be horrible, it'll be painful, but like the only thing I keep telling myself is it's for me. It's to better myself. Why should I not do it? What keeps me going?
yeah. You know me, right? You guys know me. I used to
I
be at one in time. I used to be incredibly realistic. Like I used to be
Same.
pessimistic.
uh,
How would you have done me as an optimist? Question.
never.
Never.
In the past, right?
You couldn't even see the glass anymore, bro.
God, you asked me glass half empty. How does it matter? Like people are
I don't
dying.
drink glass, I drink from a mug.
Yeah, no. And then I read a book that no cap change. The is
Yeah,
called
Percy oh.
no. Everything is a book about right.
Yeah.
This is one of the best books someone age can read. It's a life changer. I don't know what else to tell. It is phenomenal. It will change the way you think about life. It will change everything you believe. for the better. Everything that this teaches you, it's good for you mentally. You'll feel better about everything in life if you have read this book. It will teach you how to be hopeful. It will teach you to understand that even if things are shit right now, it will be better one day. Or it will be better eventually. That things aren't always shit and life will not stagnate, but it will progressively get better. I don't know, man. I just really love this book.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
there will be days where it'll be the same for like a few days and then it'll change. But
Exactly.
that's the thing. That's the thing. You'll never know what type of like week you'll have or what type of month you'll have.
Exactly.
So you just have to like be see, life's fucked up. You just have to go with the flow. That's all we can tell you. There's nothing else you
You
can
just
do.
gotta go with the flow and realize that you have to be patient. You just have to be hopeful.
But
You have to
yeah,
yeah.
and you brought up age, which reminded me of something. But like I know like people our age compared to
Yeah.
adults, like proper adults who have like working jobs and like have a family and stuff. It's obviously different for them.
Yeah.
And then you brought up age, and then I remembered that I should also talk about how parents deal with it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, I know all three of us have had parents who are not very open with the thought at first, or at least for me at first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know a lot of people who like go through it are like, should I tell my parents? Should I not? Personally, I say you should because when you think about it from a parent's perspective, no, thinking that your child is going through something and not knowing what they're going through is fucking terrifying, and you shouldn't put your parents through that because I mean, I used to like cut myself or want to hurt myself all the time. My parents wouldn't know anything, and I just lie to them, and I didn't feel nice first off. And then knowing that they don't know what's going on, but they know something is going on, that's it's. Why would you want your parents to go through that?
I
And
think
it's
it's
also
yeah.
no say you can say
I was
your
gonna say
point.
I think it depends on who your parents are.
No, definitely. I was about to
Yeah.
say that. It
Yeah,
also
yeah.
depends on how your relationship is. Like personally, my relationship is really nice, so I can
Must
tell
be nice,
them,
bro.
okay. But like, I know for Dhruv we can't.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
obviously, so but I'm definitely telling you, like with personal experience, do not just keep it in. Tell anybody. If you have to write it on like on a website like Reddit or something, anonymously do it. Just get it out there. Because keeping it in won't do anything. But like at least having it out will do something. Think of it like that. Because obviously it might be terrifying as well. Because it was for me. I'm sure it was for you all as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you all can agree that after we started talking about it, we felt better.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's how it works. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it, but you're not alone because you aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I hate the. I just remember another thing, but like I hate the like thing how people say, "Oh, don't kill yourself. What will your parents think? You're gonna
Oh,
let your
that's
parents
fucking
go through
that
that?"
That
enrages me. You know
Right.
how oh even when people say, oh, so many people love you, like, oh, don't kill
Exactly.
yourself, like
Don't do that
what
to
what would
them.
I do
Like,
without you? You know how
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
selfish it is to fucking say that to someone.
I told my therapist and I told her because that happened to me. People told that to me, and I was like,
It's
that's not what I want to hear.
ridiculous.
I want to
It's
hear you saying,
ridiculous.
I need you to be alive. I want you to say that.
Yeah, I want to
like
be
like
alive because I see a reason to live. Why would I
No,
live
I
for
want,
someone
like,
else?
I'm saying, yeah, exactly. I want somebody else to tell me, like,
Yeah.
Aryan, don't die. We need you. Like, you need to be alive because you're important to us. Say, like, the fact that you're guilt tripping me then. If
No,
you're
no,
telling people,
because I
you're
think
telling
even
me,
saying you're important to us is guilt tripping you. I'm saying
could
you
be. It
you
could
should
be.
find a reason to live like within yourself, right? You should want to be
Hmm.
alive. Why would you
yeah,
want to be
exactly.
alive because someone else thinks you're important? You
That
should
because
you
that's what
should think
messes
you're
up with
important.
you.
No, I think
Yeah, it
you should
messes
believe
you
that
up.
you're important. Believe in
Because
yourself.
because when they told me, I think I don't remember who it was, but I told them and they said, "You can't do that to your parents." I was like, "What the
It's
fuck?"
fucking ridiculous. It
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Then for like years I was like, "Shit, okay, I can't do anything because my parents would be sad." But then I completely lost play. I did not even acknowledge what I wanted because I was like,
Exactly.
"I'm staying
Oh
alive."
yeah,
For
you
a
do
point
lose
of
that
time,
vision.
yeah, for a point of time, I was staying alive not because I wanted to be alive, because I didn't want other people to feel bad. That's how bad
Which
it
is
was.
insane.
I know exactly what that feels like.
And I just want somebody to like give me a valid reason as to why, like, don't say we need you to be alive for somebody else. Say we need you to be alive because of something you do.
Exactly.
Like, why? Like, I don't know. It enrages me. I
There's a
guess.
I
lot.
think it's
There's a
just the
lot
way
about
people
mental health and
feel.
people's
That's
views on it that enrages me.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Mental
people,
health, at least,
uh,
it's. I know, but I mean, depression is also like it's a very thin wire that you have to like cross, and
it's different for everybody, and it's like
exactly. But
you
it's
still
really
like
difficult to handle as well, like,
yeah.
because I mean, I already mentioned it, but I've had like really bad experiences with it,
Mm.
and like I'm actually like really lucky to be alive. I just
No,
realized
same.
that. I just realized.
no, I fully believe that too.
Yeah.
I'm very
Because I
lucky.
was no, I had so many opportunities to like. Okay, it sounds really weird, but I had like lots of opportunities to like kill myself
Mm.
because
No,
I
you,
lived on the
yeah,
fifth. I lived on the fifth floor with a balcony.
same.
I had access to the terrace like sometimes. I had access to go onto a bike and go into the middle of the road, which I did, and I
Yeah.
got into an accident. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But like now, I don't like now. I have the thing is I have thoughts of suicide, but I never want to act on it. Like I know I'm in a good place now because the thought
Very
of it
different.
scares me.
Yeah,
Because the thought
very
of it
different.
scares me
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm like okay, like whoa. Because back then I was like okay, I need to like I want. It became so bad. I was like I can't live with these thoughts. I don't want to live anymore because I can't get rid of the thoughts. So I'll just get rid of me.
Yeah. You know what else pisses me off?
Me.
Unrelated. Yeah, you, but like, and your face mostly.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, you should, like,
No.
your beard is like, no, I'm kidding.
I want to shave.
No, don't shave.
Uh,
What pisses me off is when people believe that they have to go through with a certain thing because of the people they love and the people that love them.
I'll tell you this, if they really loved you or if they really love you, you wouldn't have to think about that at all because you wouldn't
No,
have to be
because I
like,
know people
would
that
I
go
have to
like,
do it
oh,
because of them?
I have to comply, I have to do this because my family. I can't, like, what my family will stop speaking to me. I can't stop speaking to my family. I fully believe family is chosen. If somebody
Yeah,
affected my
definitely.
mental well-being by that by that much of a significant amount, I'd cut them without a second thought.
Yeah.
I don't care who the fuck it was. I don't care if you gave birth to me.
No, exactly.
You affect me mentally, you're
But
gone.
yeah,
I
but
give
but
I give
I
three
can
strikes.
understand, but I can understand why it is a bit difficult for some people because when you grow up, at least in
No,
India,
exactly. You're
the
scared.
norms
You're
the
scared.
norms when it comes, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, because of how the norms are when it comes to some families.
I'm just saying, in the long run, it works out better if you do what's
It
best
is
for
it
the
is a
family.
it is a tough decision, but it
It's
is for your
very tough.
own well-being.
And
But
you
yeah,
won't see it now, you won't see it in 5 years, but you'll see it in 10 to 15 years. It's not a satisfying decision to make. You'll just see how much better it would have been once you
Yeah,
make it.
exactly.
the higher the risk, the higher the reward. So,
Exactly. That's why I had a gambling addiction.
okay, I don't think they should know that.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
not.
think they needed to know that.
Which isn't a healthy way to cope with depression.
That's not a healthy.
Oh,
We're trying to make an
it had
example and you're
nothing.
giving
It
them
had
all a
not.
bad thing.
Guys, it had nothing to do with depression. I'm Gujarati.
Weak.
No, I did.
Gujarati. No, that is true though. That is.
Game
You
show.
don't understand.
No.
I made that joke. Majama.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sorry. uh, no, but like, um, I think. Do you want to like shift it now? Because we've
to
spoken about.
to
Do you want to bring any more experiences, or then we can like bring talk about the healing part now?
Yeah,
This is gonna be a
I do
2 hour
have
long
one thing.
episode.
No, because I feel is it actually.
Yeah.
No.
Oh shit. Wait,
uh,
how long is it now?
It's already been almost an hour and a half.
Are you
uh,
serious?
Yeah. The 45-minute
Okay,
timer went off like
then
half an hour ago.
fuck.
we
Okay,
can
then we try and
we can each
end
take
it.
5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
That's why I
Okay.
clicked on my
Okay.
watch.
Mythic, do you have anything? Mythic, do you have anything to say?
Well, yeah, one significant thing that I learned how to to cope with everything was that I developed just this vision of myself that I want to become. Like this personality that makes me happy, and now I'm like
Mhm.
working to make that, and that's what motivates me to get up and do
For
that,
sure, for
to
sure.
to live like this.
Yeah, that's good though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool though. The mythic in my mind, he's cool. I want to be him someday.
Yeah, I want to
And
be
The
yeah,
like
mythic
that's
of the future.
yeah,
The mythic
exactly.
of Night City. Yeah, Dhruv, do you have any lessons other than gambling and racist jokes?
Yo, it wasn't racist.
It was
Okay,
true.
do you have any
Anyway,
lessons? It's true. No. Oh, Mythic can say that. Dhruv, do you have a lesson? Dhruv, do you have lessons?
I I think everything. I think
Just
everything
plugs the
learning
book.
has.
Just plugs the
On God, bro.
book.
Like I'll free sponsor. Honestly, yeah. Mark Manson changed my life. He's a good man. No, because
Mark
everyone.
Manson, can you hear? Mark Manson, if you're seeing this, come on the podcast someday.
Yeah,
oh hell yeah, yeah.
I'll email him.
Evil him, actually evil.
Yeah. No, because a lot of people read the first book because the first book was overhyped. First of all, I think everybody just liked it because the fucking cover had the word "fuck" in it. Oh, the subtle art of not giving a fuck. That's such a cool title. I'm gonna read this book, and I read the book. It was a good book, no doubt. It was a good book. But the follow-up book, this book, it's life-changing. Like there was a time in my life I thought there was no hope. I thought I was going nowhere. I almost joined the army, and I fucking hate this country. Like I hate the army. No, I love this country. I hate the army, and I hate the government, and I hate
Make up your
political
mind,
structure.
bro.
No,
We don't need to know.
but I love the country.
No, we don't need to know all of this.
No, so my point is yeah, no, like there was no hope. I would have joined the army. And this book just it taught me to be patient. Like be patient with yourself, be patient with your mind, be patient with your health. Give yourself time to heal, give yourself energy, give yourself the patience to work on yourself. Temperance,
Yeah, exactly.
actually. Perseverance, even. I don't know, just understand that it's okay for things to take time. Understand that it's okay for you to not be okay every day. Understand that it's okay for you to not be happy all the time. It's okay to have off days. You're gonna be sad. It's human emotion. You're gonna be sad, you're gonna be happy, you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be
Yeah.
jealous, envious, any other fucking emotion. It's gonna happen. It's natural. Just don't get frustrated because you felt emotion, is my point. Just because you felt a certain emotion, don't get frustrated. If you get angry, don't hate yourself because you got angry at someone. If you felt sad, don't be upset that you're sad. If you're happy,
Be happy.
enjoy happiness. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be happy that you're happy.
Yeah, be happy that you're happy. There's no downside to being happy, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's really all I have to say. Good book. You should buy
Yeah?
it, guys. You should buy it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure again. Sure one more time.
Yeah. DM me. I'll send you a PDF.
He sent you the PDF.
I have one actually.
Uh,
I sent it to Josh and Tasia. It's a great book.
are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Are you done? Can I go now? Thank you. Um, no, but like I mean, y'all summed it up pretty well. But the advice I can give you all, and what I live by at least, is don't be afraid of what will happen in a week or a month, or like live the day.
On God.
face
Yeah, no.
face each day and face the next day when the next day comes. Think about the next day after that.
For real.
You don't need to like, I'm not worried about what's going to happen 3 days from now unless I have an assignment or something. Like, trying to show that I'm a student,
Yeah. Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah. He
but like,
studies and shit.
I study. No, but like, the way that's
Huh.
I've learned that that's what helped me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to think so far ahead, at least right now, when it comes to my mental health, because
Fuck
I
it.
don't know how I'm gonna think tomorrow,
Mhm.
and I don't know what my attitude's gonna be like day after.
Exactly.
So
Seize the
there's
day.
no need, yeah, there's no need for me to wallow over what's gonna happen 3 days from now. And it's completely fine what you're going through. It happens to a lot of people, where some of them were living proof. Um, we just want y'all to know that you're not alone. And if you ever need to, either contact your friends, family, even contact us if you want. I mean, I'm fine with you DMing me randomly in the middle
Yeah.
of the night saying you're feeling sad. Because honestly, same.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, but like, you're not alone. And it's definitely a very difficult journey. And I don't want you to feel sorry for yourself. Basically, I want you to, I just want you to like realize that, okay, this has happened, and now it's time for me to actually face it. And that is the most. It's one of the most difficult parts and steps of it is acceptance, and it's also the last part, because the first part is facing it, realizing you have an issue, and then deciding to work on it is the hardest part.
In the end, that is exactly the part that makes you stronger. That's how you become
Exactly.
a better person.
Realize, admitting and accepting a flaw doesn't make you weak, doesn't make you broken.
Exactly.
No.
It basically adds a tally to what you know you can do later in the future. Because
Yeah.
trust me, I know what it's like, if you're thinking being depressed and being sad is weak, or opening up is weak and stuff. It's really not. And it's definitely I consider us superheroes at this point, because the fact that we go through this every day is inhuman.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's no other way to say it.
No, yeah. If you're going through some like your own problems every day, coming out of it, waking up the next day still, then that's you're
Yeah,
waking
and
up
if
every day stronger.
exact, I was about to say, and the fact that you wake up the next day shows that you're already doing better than yesterday. Think of it like that.
Exactly.
I know the line that sums it up perfectly, actually.
Bro, why don't you say the line, bro?
Fuck it, we ball.
I did not hear you.
I didn't.
I said,
I'll
fuck
learn
it, we
this.
ball.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah. We got shit to do every day, bro. Wake up, get get over. No, I'm not get over it.
Don't say that. Yeah.
No, no,
That was bad wording. Someone rephrase.
Okay, basically, is what I said. The fact that you
Yeah.
get up the next day
Yeah.
shows that you've basically advanced. You've worked on yourself, and
Move
you've added
past.
it to your,
Yeah.
yeah. You moved past it. You don't have to worry about what happened yesterday. Worry about what's gonna happen today. Focus on the day.
Exactly.
Honestly,
And
people should stop worrying about the past. There's nothing you can do to change. Let it go.
there is genuinely nothing. It's
It's a
happened. It's
waste of time,
happened.
honestly.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna worry about the past, make sure the decisions you take are more serious. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
Think
exactly.
about the
Like
future. Then
whatever's in
don't
your
fuck up again.
yeah, exactly. Think
yeah, whatever's
exactly.
in your
Yeah,
past, just take that,
and
think about
learn from it.
what's wrong, and
Exactly.
then do it
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
And with that,
and yeah. Oh,
oh.
I was gonna. Sorry, I had
Oh,
like one last message. No, I
yeah,
was
go
gonna
ahead.
say, and if nobody's ever told you we're happy or alive, because I know I wanted to hear that, and I didn't.
Yeah.
But just know that we're glad you're alive,
Mm.
and we're glad you're here with us. And
Indeed.
if you ever need help, please don't forget to, like, there's a hotline. We'll be putting it in the description.
Yeah.
Do not be afraid to do it. I've done it once and it helped me, and it's totally worth it. And you should definitely, if you don't be afraid to even consider it, because it really helps. And with that, thank you so much for watching this episode. We know it's not like what you're used to. It's not
It's
what
very
we're
good.
used to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, please like and subscribe, share this video because this I hope it can help people.
Yes.
Um,
Comment your
And yeah.
favorite mental illness down below.
Oh my
Like for my depression. Sorry.
one like removes one depression.
Yes, one like. I've been seeing
One
No,
dislike
but
adds
yeah.
depression. You can-
Oh my god. One is depression.
Thank YouTube took out the
The
dislike. Yeah.
I
Harleen
have a
would have
plug.
been No, you.
You have to bring that
You're
up. Bring that up, bro.
You just turned that off.
Look at it for the last.
Okay.
No, well, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already watched previous videos on
This will be
Spotify
like-
as well.
Here somewhere.
Yeah, we're on Spotify. Check us out
Yes.
there if you
And
can
Amazon
listen to it.
Music.
Amazon Music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't already, also on Instagram, I want to plug everything. We inactive,
Yeah.
but
Use it.
Posted.
You can use it as like if you want to talk. Brown sugar account.
you know what, DM it. The three of us will press. We'll put a signature so you know who's.
Live at opposite zones, so someone's
Yeah.
Somebody's
away.
account will never
Somebody's
say.
away. It will never. Yeah.
Sun will
Um,
never set Sugar Empire.
Okay.
Sorry.
That was a line. No, that was a good line. Anyway, good night, Sugar Army. Thank you so much
Like
for watching.
DSR. Yes.
Yeah, anyway. There's
Oh, it's
the
not
door.
BTS,
Please
it's
get the fuck
TBS.
out. No,
Sorry.
please get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. The door's there. Leave.
Yeah. Just
Peace.
leave. Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.